Something broke the boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
I do want to say one thing, man. A lot, if not most of the problems that are being highlighted right now on social media, whether it's English proficiency, unsafe driving and all these things, they have been happening for a very long time, for as long as I've been in trucking.
Just recently, it was brought to my attention. I think we already talked about it on one video, but it never hurts to repeat good information. Some idiot, I guess either on the broker end or on the shipper, decided that, probably on the shipper end, because we have a strict policy, we do not share any drivers like documentation with brokers or anybody for that matter. So the only way we could have gotten that driver license was when the driver arrived at the shipper. We asked him for a driver license, and the guy just thought not a big deal, right? He gave him driver license. Maybe we just want to make sure he has a CDL. Maybe we just want to make sure that he is who he says he is. Because cargo theft is real. So there are certain aspects to that. However, now some idiot decides to copy in his driver license. So if this is the bill of lading, the first half is a bill of lading. Then right here, I think there was something else. And right here was his driver license copy. So now, here's my question. How do you protect that information? On my end, okay, cool. I did not ask the driver to put this driver license there. The shipper did. How does the shipper see that situation? Because now, when the carrier has to bill this bill, there are a lot of third-party companies that the brokerage company is hiring, that hire all kinds of people. And now that driver's information becomes like a public trash, like on some BS paperwork. His personal ID of all the date of birth, address, his name, a lot of information. So we had to go through a lot of hoops before just to be able to run background checks. So some idiot decides that we're just gonna be extra safe and we're gonna blast this driver's CDL across everybody who is gonna touch this bill of lading ever, from the time it was produced to the time when it's gonna be built and potentially, hopefully, recycled, not just thrown away.
Yeah, but I think that's part of what we do here, right? Is educate, because I can't tell you hands down that he even understands how far that bill of lading is gonna go.
No, and I'm not attacking driver in this case. I'm only attacking the people that making those requests and demands, such as brokers, shippers.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm down for the cause on something else, man. I think you want to ask for all these things. Like, why are we the only ones giving relief that we don't pass it along to the consumer? You know what I mean? Anything else, you want to add loopholes into anything else, they build it into whatever it is you're buying, and you end up paying for it. Right. So the more restrictions you're putting on,
man, I have an answer for that. Keep on.
No, I'm just saying, if we stood together, like you're saying, on this platform,
we could solve some problems.
Yeah, that's all. That's it.
Yeah, but so the problem is this, man. I remember when, running a trucking company was not like every Joe does it. And then since Amazon and everything, it became this everybody has a trucking company. So now, hundreds of thousands of people probably, because I know that based on MC numbers. I know some of you guys probably don't even know how to read it, but looking at the MC number, you can tell how old that MC number is, if you know what you're looking at, right? So, and because I've been in business for a long time, I kind of know certain numbers come around what year, just give or take. So here we go. Everybody became a trucking company owner. So somebody who was just a driver bought a truck, and now we got their own MC. And now, once the Amazon started crumbling on that power-only thing, or becoming, I guess, not so great anymore, even though it was never great to begin with, it was just easy access. We created a structure for everybody to just go in and start running their own business.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they would tell you, hey, this is sign right there. Congratulations, you got your own DOT.
But you still so attached to them. So basically, all we were doing just passing the liability to you, and you think, man, I'm fucking winning, and in reality, you're still in their pocket. You're just carrying a lot more liability and cost at that point.
And you can only grow at their pace.
Yes,
when they allow you to.
Exactly. So now some of these drivers, once Amazon started kind of like doing not so great on that aspect of business, like Amazon still did fine, but like that aspect of business started failing slowly. I think a lot of these people with no prior hardcore trucking experience, like negotiations, dealing with brokers, shippers, solving problems, now entered the free market arena of the freight market.
No, yeah, because I'll tell you, I from the recruiting standpoint, came across a lot of individuals who would come with 2-3 trucks, and they're looking where to put these trucks with no idea of like how it really works, because they were they were in the sandbox,
under the bubble of Amazon,
under the bubble, yeah, and then all of a sudden, none of the drivers want to play ball, like they had nothing. What you thought you had, you actually had nothing.
Yes, and unfortunately, some of these, the fastest guys, we did figure it out, sometimes very painfully, but we did, and we moved on. Other guys decided not to risk it, and we reached out to a carrier and allowed somebody who knows what time it is to handle that part of business.
Right.
And some people just went on and went through a long-ass, painful road of learning. And now imagine this: you start a trucking company without knowing even how to manage it, right? So now every broker that you're calling to is telling you that whatever bullshit we came up with is an actual process that everyone is doing.
Yeah.
So very likely you would think, I guess that's the process.
Yeah.
And who would you call? You wouldn't call me because you don't know my phone number. But you would call the other guy that you met on Amazon before, and now he's doing the same thing as you do. And you would ask him, what's his experience? Exactly the same. Now that's just a normal process. And it's not a normal process.
No.
It's nowhere near a normal process. Now we're walking into green fields of like idiocy. And we following somebody's made-up industry standards that are not even real. But if you pour enough people, this is why the last like several times that I was like kind of sort of dispatching or attempting to dispatch, like I was blown away with shit that the brokers do say, because none of that was real 10 years ago.
Yeah, well,
none of that. And right now, the new processes were born not because that's a process, but because somebody conveniently made it up to be a process, and because brokers are a hell of a lot more united than us in trucking. A lot of people started following that. So now, after all this time, some broker feels that we can say, you know what? If you don't want to do it my way, to some hard ass like me, right?
Yeah.
I have another 50 carriers that I can call, and we're gonna do that without any questions asked. And like, okay, fuck, you do that. I'm still gonna stick to my guns. However, because again, like that years in business comes with a lot of relationships too. So we got a few people to call, but at the end of the day, that was kind of a waking moment. Like, man, while I was doing something else outside of dispatching, a lot of things actually did change, not for the best, but for the worse, because we gave, not we meaning we, like me, Christian, or Voyager, because we never did, but we as a trucking community, as a trucking side of business, we gave everything away, as a matter of fact, for free, and we said thank you.
Pretty much, yeah. That's
so that's that. So, and I think going back to the topic about safety versus talking about safety, it's kind of the same thing. We chasing the totally wrong ideas, totally wrong shadows. Like, for example, how many of you guys heard that evil carrier is telling drivers to run over hours or to run illegally. Like on the TV, all the time. On social media, all the fucking time. Now let's add a little bit of like reality of trucking on the ground. I've seen drivers to tell me to get fucked if I don't like the way we run. I've seen drivers to be like, all right, nice try, and we still do their own thing.
Yep.
And the only thing we can do as a carrier is just follow the rules, and then, the driver like that, if he's not coachable, I guess we just don't see eye to eye, and we have to go separate ways.
Owner-operator partnership is very real. I got tons of guys who are making $4,000 take-home. Learn how you can do that by giving me a call at 863-342-5171. We are conveniently located in Lakeland, Florida. We are a Florida-based trucking company that is here to provide you resources to be successful. So once again, it's 863-342-5171.
But in 25 years in business, I never seen a carrier telling the driver, I don't care how you get it, I need you to get there. But I've seen hundreds, if not thousands of situations where it was the other way around. Carrier is begging the driver to run legally.
Yeah. And I mean, it's all...
and driver just like, fuck you.
But and then again, the ramification, the guy gets put out of service for a 14-hour violation. The broker's not eating any of that.
Of course, yeah. And again, for that driver, a lot of guys, we don't even know what PSP is, so we don't know what kind of damage we do for themselves. But for a carrier, the damage is significant. Like it's a lot. I would argue it's a lot more than for a driver, because shit like this can put the carrier under.
Because I don't even think they understand the work behind it. Like, right? Like I know one of your, somebody we know in the industry just recently gone through an audit, right? DOT audit. And if for anybody who's been through that, you already know what it takes to hand over a DQ file and everything that comes along with that of what needs to be compliant, right? Not just one file, like let's say.
Yeah.
So you got that. And then a broker's like, I just want to make sure you're good. Send me over that driver's license picture. And an MVR. I want to make sure this guy's good or something like that. Fuck, man. Like, do you...
And on top of that's illegal.
No, yeah. I mean, we've even had, even brokers will say, hey, there's somebody that popped for drug and alcohol. Need a letter from you guys. Make sure that got handled. Seen them. So.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I thought like we popped into our random check system.
No. But what I'm saying is I don't think they have a full understanding of what DOT compliance is. They don't know what an MRO is, and that's that we don't even select people for their randoms. Like, and the person receiving that are they even fucking reading? Do they even understand what they're reading?
Actually, most brokers, I'm sure we have safety departments that are very well informed, and we know what time it is. But most of the brokers, like the brokers that you're talking on the phone with, most of these clients, we have no idea what the safety score is, what it means. A lot of times we just go to Safer FMCSA, punch in the MC number, and we see the numbers that technically almost meaningless, and we have nothing to do with your Safer score. We have a lot to do with your Safer score, but these numbers are not your Safer score. They're just like very, very shallow presentation of your numbers without any assignment, if that's really something that you did or you didn't. It just reflects all the inspections.
Yeah, I don't even think it gives you the alert.
No, it does not. It just has a percentiles.
Right,
that's it. So, and a lot of those brokers, we have no idea. We just look at that, and sometimes you hear brokers saying, "Oh man, like we cannot use this carrier because of this." Safety issue. Like, what are you talking about? Like, actually, the safety is spotless, like 0 warnings and like everything is good, but we're looking at the wrong place, convinced that we know what we're talking about, and now here we go. All right, motherfucker, I'll call somebody else, not a big deal. But that's trucking. And now, like, so what are we fighting? If the loudest voice is that drivers are being abused, now the government is chasing that tail.
Yeah. Just misguided energy, man.
So, like, in reality, I'm telling you, 5 problems that I have 5 solutions for, and that's it. We all can fucking go home. We can send the whole fucking Department of Transportation home. Imagine this. Not even some bullshit temporary government shutdown that everybody is still gonna, get a back pay once it reopens. Like that's like, I call it free vacation. You can celebrate the shutdown. I'm just calling it a free vacation to a bunch of people that shouldn't be getting no free vacation. And and all you need to do, just put me there. 5 minutes later, we shut the fucking door, and problem solved on every level. Like as a driver, you're in good shape. Now we achieving real safety. Not some made-up safety, because what we would do, we would attack 5 problems that are solvable.
Yeah, that you can actually
And
make a
that
difference.
are real, not made up. Because, it's the same thing like driver shortage. Like, if you still believe driver shortage, man, you're in the wrong channel. But the reality is, again, but everybody is gonna talk, like the TV, the articles, the websites, the news. Everybody is gonna talk about driver shortage. When in reality, here in trucking, we know there is no driver shortage. When was the last time, besides the pandemic, that you went to the stores and it was kind of empty? Never.
No,
not in your life.
That's a whole new other video, man. It's what people want to believe.
Yeah. So I actually was born in a place where on the busiest day, store shelves were emptier than the shittiest day ever during the COVID.
Yeah.
And that was just a normal thing. Like if we would see fucking shelves full as we were during COVID, even if we were like half empty for our standards, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like we would be like, oh my God, is this heaven?
But I mean, anybody out there, go check the stats, man. There's a fucking 400,000 CDLs issued every year.
Yes, or for example, hours of service. We can solve that problem in fucking 5 minutes and fucking shut the same door down permanently. But no, instead we need years of researches and fake bullshit to create some hours of service that below average driver can't even fucking follow, because to him, like, apparently it's too complicated.
No, because I mean, walk into any trucking company right now in any state, you fucking pick it, and I guarantee you somebody right now is getting coached on what PC may or may not be. Does it qualify? We pretend we don't understand. Mm-hmm. It's this everything of we're solving the same fucking problem over and over and over. Like, how hard is this motherfucking rule?
No, it's not hard at all. However, from a human perspective, if I'm not talking just safety, I'm talking about people, right? I see how this, not a PC, in general, hours of service are very unfair to the individual in the truck. Because, for example, if I run out of my time, 50 miles away from my house, technically I cannot PC there. So now I need a reset if I hit 70 hours. Mm-hmm. Or I need to use recap to get there. So I think some adjustments would be good, but not the adjustments we offering, and PC is not for that. So now everybody, the defenders of that are thinking like, oh man, we can just use that and call it a day. No, because the rules are saying something totally different. Instead of violating the rules, what I'm saying is, let's make the rules that are workable.
Yeah, because here's the thing, like, it doesn't matter what rule anybody comes up with. Somebody will always be that. Somebody will always be, I'm almost home, because somebody's going to fucking mismanage it, and somebody will always be in that situation.
Because it's people business, and people are going to push the limits. Once you set up new limits, we're going to keep on pushing for more. But again, I think for hours of service, I have a solution that everybody would be, right now, if we're given a choice between what I'm saying versus what the rules are, I have never seen a driver that would say, man, I think you have a shitty idea. I think, like, man, if we have to choose between the two, I'll take this one, and I would probably never have to be in the situation to violate.
Here we go.
And then you still get the same hours and same everything, just slightly different layout and flexibility. That's it. And it's nothing in gray. It's all just black and white. As a matter of fact, we only need 2 lines on the freaking log.
There we go.
It's yes or no, green or red. Pick one. No, actually, we would need probably 3. but not 4 for sure. What else are the gossip areas that you would say that we can add to that our kind of like teaser 5 list?
I mean, those things are the major ones with the hours of service.
I think that's what hits the media the most. I would also say, unsafe drivers killing people. I think we can break that bullshit too, because I think a lot of those accidents, at least in my experience with, again, we had pretty decent drivers. We have a very strong screening process. Like, for the most part, it's not necessarily a driver's fault, and a lot of so-called injury cases have nothing to do with injury.
No, just ambulance chasers doing their job. So that'll probably be your number one, and then
so I would say losses, abuse.
Yeah, that's
that can be fixed, but that's in general in United States for any business, not just trucking.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, guys, what do you think? What else should we add to the list? Let us know what is your 5 things that could solve real safety problems and could address real safety problems, and also let us know. Like, are you down for a cause? Are you down to be safe for real, or are you just here to talk?
Here we go, man. Let us know. That's an important one.
All right, guys, be safe. If you're looking for the safest, bestest carrier east of Mississippi, give us a call. 863-342-5171. We are a 100% owner-operator trucking company built for you. Located right here in beautiful Mulberry, Florida, just a few miles south of Lakeland. If your dispatcher doesn't have what it takes, if the carrier that you're pulling for is weak, give us a call and experience the partnership.
Here we go, guys. Be safe, and we will talk soon.
Take care, guys.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.